Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pretty exciting video. I bought more books. If you know me, I've become so obsessed with books that I can't stop buying them. So, warning, may contain awesome books. I get most of my books from Book Outlet now, which is a company that buys a whole ton of books and sells them for super cheap. There's not every single book on the planet on there, but you get super cheap books. I look on there once a week or so and, buy more books, which is not good for my bank account, but I still do it anyways. Yeah, so I thought may as well do an unboxing and show you guys what I got. It's coming up to spooky season, so I got some pretty good spooky books. Okay, let's get into it. Oh. This is supposed to be satisfying, but it's never satisfying. A lot of these books don't come in like super great condition, but they're super cheap, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's a little slash on the back from this one. But yeah, this is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. It's not exactly love at first sight for Tate Collins when she meets the tormented and secretive Miles Archer. They wouldn't even go so far as to consider them as friends. The only thing Tate and Miles have in common is a mutual physical attraction that can't be denied. Once their desires are out in the open, they realize they might have stumbled on the perfect no-strings arrangement. He isn't looking for love. He doesn't have time for it. So that leaves just for sex. What they've got could be surprisingly satisfying as long as Tate can stick to the two rules Miles has for her. Never ask about the past. Don't expect the future. They think they can handle it, but everything is different when real emotions start to change the equation. Next, I got I Found You by Lisa Jewell. In the windswept British sea town of the Riding Horse Bay, single mom Alice Lake finds a man sitting on the beach. He has no name and no idea how he got there. Meanwhile, in a London suburb, newlywed Lily Monrose grows anxious when her husband fails to return home from work. But the police soon deliver even more disturbing news. The man she married never truly existed. 23 years later, Gray and Christy Ross are teenagers on a summer holiday with their parents. The annual trip to Riding House Bay is uneventful until an enigmatic, I don't know that word, so I'm just gonna skip it, young man starts paying extra attention to Christy. Something about him makes Gray uncomfortable, and it's not just because he's a protective older brother. Who is the man on the beach? Where is Lily's missing husband? And whatever happened to the man who made such a lasting impression on Gray? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Then I got The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, something like that. Oh, see, this one's kind of ripped on the back. Right there, you can see the rip. But it's only ripped on the back and none of the pages. Meet the residents of number 12, Rue des Amants, a beautiful old apartment building in the city of light. The socialite, the nice guy, the alcoholic, the girl on the verge, the concierge. Everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. See you in Paris. That's good. That sounds so good. Oh my goodness. Next, I got a Stephen King novel. My first Stephen King novel, called Billy Summers. This one I've heard is really good. It's not really a thriller. I don't like super spooky, and I know Stephen King can be super spooky, so I wanted to go in not super spooky. Chances are, if you're a target of Billy Summers, two immutable truths apply. You'll never even know what hit you, and you're really getting what you deserve. He's a killer for hire and the best in the business, but he'll do the job only if the assignment is a truly bad person. But now, time to catch up with him, and Billy wants out. Before he can do that, though, there's one last hit, which promises a generous payday at the end of the line, even as things don't seem quite on the level here. Given that Billy is among the most talented snipers in the world, a decorated Iraq war vet, and a virtual Hyundai, I can't pronounce that, when it comes to vanishing after the job is done. What could possibly go wrong? How about everything? Part war story and part love letter in small town America, and the people who live here, this spectacular thriller of luck, fate, and love will grip readers with an electrifying narrative as a complex anti-hero with one last shot at redemption must avenge the crimes of an extraordinary evil man. You won't ever forget this stunning novel with master storytelling Stephen King, and you will never forget Billy. Cool? Yeah. Ooh, I like that. You can like actually feel the ridges of that. That's cool. Next, I got a Nicholas Sparks book called The Return. I love Nicholas Sparks. He's one of the best romance authors out there. He is so good at writing romances. So yeah, and I hate these stickers. Stop putting the stickers on there. Jeez Louise. Trevor Benson never intended to move back to New Bern, North Carolina. But when a mortar blast outside the hospital where he worked in Afghanistan sent him home with devastating injuries, the cabin he inherited from his grandfather seemed as good a place to regroup as any. Tending to his grandfather's beloved beehives, Trevor isn't prepared to fall in love with a local. Yet, even as Deputy Sheriff Natalie Matterson seemed to reciprocate his feelings, she remains frustratingly distant, making Trevor wonder what she's hiding. Further complicating his stay in the presence of a sullen teenage girl, Callie, who lives in the trailer park down the road. Trevor hopes she can shield light on the mysterious circumstances surrounding his grandfather's death, but she offers few clues until a crisis triggers a race to uncover the true nature of Callie's past. In his quest to unravel Natalie's and Callie's secrets, Trevor will learn the true meaning of love and forgiveness. And in life, in order to move forward, we must often return to the place where it all began. That sounds so good. It's kind of mysterious too. Ooh, cool. Another spooky book right here. Not a Happy Place by Sari Lapena? I don't know how to pronounce names. Don't ever ask me to try and pronounce your name because I will most likely 99.9% get it wrong. Did I say Not a Happy Family or Not a Happy Place? Because there is another book called Not a Happy Place or something like that, but Not a Happy Family. In this family, everyone is keeping secrets, even the dead. Bracken Hill in upstate New York is an expensive place to live. You have to be rich to have a house here, and Fred and Sheila Merton certainly are rich, but even all their money can't protect them when a killer comes to call. The Mertons are brutally murdered the night after an Easter dinner with their 3 adult kids, who, of course, are devastated. Or are they? They each stand to inherit millions. They were never a happy family thanks to their vindictive father and neglectful mother, but perhaps one of the siblings is more disturbed than anyone knew. Did someone snap after their dreadful evening, or did another person appear later that night with the worst of intentions? That must be what happened. After all, if one of their family was capable of something as gruesome as this, you'd know, wouldn't you? Ooh, spooky! So all these books right here I got for $54. If I got this from Indigo or another big place, it would have cost me over $100 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. So Book Outlet is a good place to get your books because they're cheap, 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 cheap. Well, that's what I got. And yeah, this is the book I'm reading currently, Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. And I am more than halfway through at the moment, and it is so good. I was nervous going into this book, but now getting into it and like I can't put it down. I love it. I know there's like 2 more books in this series, so it's like a trilogy. This one is very good. I highly recommend. It's an enemies to lovers, of course, great trope. I love that. If you want to keep up with what I'm reading and how I like it, I would follow me on Goodreads and my book Instagram. This is my Goodreads here, Cora LeBlue. I would follow me there if you want to see the books I'm reading, what books I want to read, and the ratings I give them and stuff like that. And then my Instagram is Cora Loves Books, and yeah, I post what books I'm reading and how I like them so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book unboxing, and I hope you found some inspiration on what books you want to read. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!